What is up? It is Matthew Bernardi here, the voice of the All Is Mighty podcast, the mightiest podcast in the world. And recently I haven't really been doing anything or been trying to promote my brand, but that's just because, life gets in the way. That's a big thing that I want to talk about is life today. Life is very, very up and down. You have points where you feel like you're on top of the world, and you got points where you feel like you are not shit. And yeah, um, recently I've been sad. I've definitely been feeling like I'm not shit. Um, and while I have spurts of feeling better, that's really how I felt for the past few years. Recently, I've been very, very stressed out. I am broke, which sucks. I only have one job, and it's a deadbeat job at a grocery store. I'm not making much. It's my first time only working one job in a while. Usually I work two jobs because I am uneducated in the eyes, and I only work deadbeat jobs. But yeah, for the first time in a while, I only have one job at a grocery store. I spend all my money on supplies because it's not only is it the only thing I like to really do, but I genuinely feel that if I keep making things, I will get better, and if I get better, I will be able to make that my full time and be able to move out of Cleveland because I really hate Cleveland. The people here are, I don't want to say they're mean, but they're just, I'm trying to think of the best way to describe them. They're just miserable. They're sad. Um, it is a very sad place. And the Midwest, especially during the winter time, is very cold and sad. Nobody really wants to be here. But being in a small town, I get reminded of a lot of good memories, but also a lot of sad memories. Make sad memories that make me think more than I would like to think. There's a lot of things around here. A couple big things in particular that it's hard for me to accept. It's stuff that makes me upset and makes me just be, I don't want to say in a bad mood, but it does. It makes me in a bad mood. And it affects me, and it affects my art. It makes me feel rushed sometimes because I want to get out of here so quickly. And that's something I've caught myself up or noticed that I've caught myself up in with life recently is just trying to make it so fast out of here that I'm not taking my time and allowing myself to feel things and make art fully all the way through. But yeah, like I said, I'm broke. I want to get out of here, and the only way I feel like I'm going to do that is by continuing to make stuff, but I'm going to be slowing down, making less stuff and more, oh, that voice crack, making more great stuff. So that's one thing I've been thinking about in life a lot recently. For the first time, I saw somebody that I was friends with back in high school pass away. It's a very weird thing for me to talk about, but it's the first time that I've experienced something like that, and it's sat with me a lot. It's made me think a lot, especially for the person that did pass away, who did take their own life, from what I've heard. It's made me think a lot about life and how just how bad life can be sometimes, I guess. I don't know. It's really hard for me to explain. I don't want to say it like that because I don't know. Anyways, life and just normal everyday, just waking up feeling like everything's the same, nothing's changing in my life, nothing's progressing, nothing is getting better. Oh, I forgot to mention, for the first time I owe taxes. Usually I get a refund, but for the first time I'm owed taxes because the job that I'm working at, I've been working here for on and off since 2020, and they kind of fucked me over, so now I owe taxes, and that's been a big thing that I've been thinking about today. I have to get a car stereo, so that makes me even more stressed out about money. Don't know how I'm going to do either of those, but I'll figure it out. I always do. But to get back onto the topic of just, every day feeling the same, every day feeling slow, every day feeling miserable. That's something I get caught up a lot with. Just, I feel a lot of it genuinely has to do with being here. It's very empty, not much to do, which doesn't help. And it's just very sad here. It makes me sad because all the other people are sad, and I feel a lot of the energy that is around me. I feel the sadness as well, and I'm tired of feeling sadness. I want to feel happiness. I want to be surrounded with people that want to see me succeed and look at me as a peer rather than an outcast, which, that might be all in my head, but sometimes I feel like it's true. Nobody really bats an eye, and it might be because I'm in all black with a nose piercing, and it's just still abnormal for a dude to be dressed like that around here. Maybe that's why, but I'm trying to make life better. I'm trying to take it myself and shape it into the best way I possibly can. I picked back up working out, which I'm going to do after this, which, it kind of helps, it kind of doesn't. There's a lot of times where I hate working out, and I don't really feel motivated to do it, just because, I'm swallowed up in making a pair of pants or something like that. So I don't want to do it, even though I know I should do it. And just the gym, it can take a lot out of me if I'm already not having the best day. I'm very sensitive, and I hate being as sensitive as I am as a man. But the gym, if I'm already having a bad day, it could take a lot out of me because I feel like it takes time. I hate needless time being taken out of my day, and on a good day I realize that it's needed time taken out of my day because I like to take an hour to work out, shower, and read a little bit. It's very important for the brain and to keep me, not only my physical but my mental health, in check in a way without going too overboard. But the gym, it takes a lot out of me, just lifting the weights and just taking that unnecessary time. I feel as if I could be more productive doing other things, which is not true most of the time. It's probably more productive for me to take that break and do something other than painting or making clothes or editing. It allows me to come back with a think about things and allow me to come back with a fresh view and fresh thoughts and other beneficial factors that'll help me with the project as just a whole. I feel. Other than working out, I've been reading again. Growing up, I loved to read. Reading was one of my favorite things. Harry Potter was a big thing for me. Rick Riordan with like Percy Jackson and all that was very big. I was very into Greek gods and wizards at a very young age, and Star Wars and Legos, very, very nerdy at a young age. It definitely makes sense why I like the things that I do nowadays. But I've gotten back more into reading. I stopped reading. Time of a Kid is what got me into reading. Obviously, if you're around my age, that's most likely one of the first books that you started reading. But I picked up reading again. I stopped in, I would say, middle school, because that's when it becomes uncool to read, because who wants to read a book? And I conformed and I stopped reading because I didn't want to be called a nerd or anything like that. But as I get older, the more I realize that it looks better and it looks cooler to be smart rather than just appear cool. Smartness, your smarts will get you farther than just looking cool in life for the most part. Unless you're one of the lucky people that can be like a genuine model. But I've been reading again. I think I only read one book in high school, because I remember having to read The Great Gatsby, but I just YouTubed audiobooked it. I think the only book I read in high school was Tuesdays with Morrie, which is kind of insane to think about. I just kind of realized that. Recently, I just finished The Creative Acts by Rick Rubin. I know that's a basic book that everyone reads, but I just finished that recently. It was okay. This Is Not a T-Shirt is definitely my favorite fashion style book that you can read. It's definitely helped me a lot in my vision for what I want my brand to look like. And I've been wanting to reread it recently, but I want to find a new book. I've been reading the Textilepedia, just because who doesn't like to learn about new fabrics and textiles? It's one of my favorite things, actually. I was reading about a lot of the animal section. Wool, camel, yak. That's a crazy name for such a huge, intimidating animal. A yak. But reading I've got myself into. I got into the habit of eating the same breakfast and lunch every day. And that's mainly just to help with my creative side. I heard David Lynch do that, and so I started doing that, and I definitely feel like it's helped me personally. I usually have like a chicken dish with potatoes or rice and a vegetable for lunch, and then for breakfast, since I'm allergic to peanut butter, I have a sunflower butter sandwich, some jelly on the sandwich as well, usually, unless we're out, and then I'd have some honey, which, it's not as good, but it suffices, because if you have just straight sunflower butter, I'm assuming it's similar to peanut butter, and it gets very gummy and chewy, in a sense. And then I have a protein yogurt and a fruit, typically an apple or an orange. I don't like bananas, and those are just the easiest fruits to eat real quick. I try not to spend too much time eating, except for at dinner when the food's the best. And then I usually have a protein milkshake every night. I switch up the ice cream. Right now I add mint chocolate chip, because I really like mint chocolate chip. It's been one of my favorites for years. To help with life recently, I've been actually limiting how much clothes I make, to focus not only on making more quality clothes, but also want to focus a little more on other aspects of art, like drawing and editing, because I feel like those help me with the clothes. It makes me sit and ponder about what to do and all that other stuff. Like even right now, as I'm talking into the mic, I'm looking at the pair of jeans I just made, and I'm kind of trying to decide if I want to go through with doing the specific Sashiko stitch on the knees or just leave them as they are, because I kind of like how they are. It's very subtle, and I don't really want them to be too loud of jeans. But I don't know. I'm gonna sit here and keep thinking about it, because that's what I should do as a creative, and not just force myself to create anything. I'm trying to think if there's anything else in life that I've been trying to make it better. When it starts getting nicer out, spending more time outside, and I want to get more into skating again. I know I say this a lot. I've said this probably every year for the past, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years. The past 3 years, 2 years though, is the only years I've actually had an actual skateboard. I used to be a longboarder. But yeah, I want to get into skating again. I've been smoking less weed, which is good. Most days, some days I smoke quite a bit, but other days I've definitely have tried to calm down on my marijuana consumption. I've refined my style, so I don't have to think so much. I kind of just throw shit on now, which is very nice, how it should be. I'm not as concerned about about putting on the most outrageous fit anymore. I kind of just want to be comfortable, wear something that I look good in, and go about my day feeling fly. I journal and meditate daily. I try to meditate 2 times a day. After I get done working out, showering, reading, I like to top that off with a protein shake and to go meditate for like 5 minutes, just because meditating is important, and journaling is just as important. Get my thoughts down, kind of just recap life and think about things. I do tend to write about the same things because I deal with the same problems and I don't know how to fix them, I guess you can say. But yeah, journaling it's helped me a lot. I've learned to do it just about every single day. And yeah, that's how I've been improving my life. But there's definitely ways that I can improve myself in the future, the ways that I could think of right now, and just I've been thinking a lot about what I want life to look like 20, 25 years from now, and for me it's very simple. I feel like I don't want to be extremely wealthy. I want to be comfortable enough to the point where I don't have to worry about bills, and I have somewhere to sleep and good quality food to eat, and just for the rest of everything, I want to create, spend the rest of my time creating. I wanna have a studio in New York City, but I want to reside in somewhere like Colorado, somewhere where it's more my root speed, I guess you could say, because coming from a small town, I would like to live somewhere in the mountains of Colorado, with a pet monkey, of course. It's one of my biggest dreams in life is to have a pet monkey. A really cool monkey, of course. One of those little ones that swing around and wear a diaper, which I absolutely love. Monkeys are my favorite animals. I wanted to obviously be married with children. I would like to have a husky as well. That'd be cool, and a gecko. Those are kind of like my 3 pets. It'd be cool if I get the gecko to ride the monkey when the monkey rides the husky, and they become just like a triple pet war machine that I can control. That'd be really cool. It's like a Power Ranger, but pets. I want to drive a nice Supra. Well, an old Supra. That's what I can say. A nice Supra, like a early 90s Supra. Probably yellow. That would be super tight. Or purple. But purple I'd rather have for like an old European car. I want to have a Fiat 131. Like Tyler Creator has his pink car. I think that'd be really cool to have in purple. That would kind of be like my everyday car. And then maybe a Cybertruck, just because I need an apocalyptic vehicle. And that would be a good apocalyptic vehicle. I like to have a bunker as well, just in case. You never know. A bunker could be worth it. If we go into complete Armageddon, have a Juki down there, unlimited fabric and whatnot. I can have like a loom. I don't know. I'll figure it out though. I can loot fabric places, travel all over the world. I would like. It would be very hard, but to have a bunker in New York would probably be the best for that, because then I could just go ransack like a bunch of like fabric stores in the fabric district, because they would be. I don't think many people are gonna go there. I think about the apocalypse quite a bit. The apocalypse would be pretty cool. Well, no, it wouldn't, because I wouldn't survive long. But people talk about it so much. It's kind of funny to see the way that people react. I wonder how many people will get on Facebook and be like, I told you so. Told you this damn apocalypse was going to happen. The Great Apocalypse 2026. Yeah. That would probably be the best part of the apocalypse. People going on Facebook being like, I told you so. And I just want to be happy in life. I want to wake up and feel that what I'm doing and what I did is worth it, and that I chose the right path for myself in life. And also, the happiness is going to come from being able to create full time. Because it's truly what I love to do. If I'm able to do that full time, then life is pretty freaking good, if you ask me. But yeah, I don't know. This is gonna be a short one today because I don't really have much to talk about besides just life. Haven't been making much clothing wise. I made a cool motorcycle jacket that I really liked. I made a pair of jeans today. I've been really yearning for a nice pair of jeans, and very happy with the way that they turned out. There was a couple things that I messed up on. The back to the front yoke is a little off. The inside of the left leg sorry, I'm trying to pick it up by looking at it. The inside of the left leg is a little loose, and I'm gonna have to retouch that. And I'm just not good at waistbands, so I'm going to have to maybe redo it. I don't know, probably not, because it's just the inside of the waistband. The outside looks perfectly fine. But yeah, I don't know. Life will get better. It will for all of us. For all 5 people listening. Thank you. I will make it all worth it one day. I know I will. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you next Thursday. I hope. Hopefully life doesn't get worse. And yeah, I'm only hoping for the best. See ya.